Hello teachers, welcome to the game Answer or Pass. In this video, we're going to learn how to play, how to use this game in the classroom, and also how to edit it. So all of that. We're going to learn all of this in this video. So I ask that you watch the whole video so you can understand how this game works. As soon as you download and open the game, you'll probably see a message up here. It'll ask you to enable editing. So you just click the button that's going to be in the upper right corner to enable editing. Once you click it, the game will be ready to be edited. But in this video, we're first going to learn how to play and how to use this game in the classroom. Later on, I'll show you how to edit the game. So this screen you're seeing is the editing screens. This is where you'll edit the game. To get the game running, to start the game, you need to go to the presentation screen. And to go to the presentation screen, you come up here to slideshow, click it, and then on the left side, you click from beginning. When you click, the game will start. Here on this first slide, I've included a video showing how to access the tutorial videos. I'm going to click on the screen to move to the next slide. Here on this slide is where you'll access the tutorial video. So just click on this green bar and you'll be redirected to the video on YouTube. I'm going to click on the screen to move to the next slide. Here we have some information, so I ask that you read it because it's important information. I'll click on the screen to move to the next slide. Educational game Answer or Pass, which is a game developed by me. Here, I'm sharing my Instagram handle at Professor Junior in case you want to follow me. There I have a lot of cool posts. I talk about biology, about science, about education. I'm always posting news about educational games, so feel free to follow me if you'd like. That would really help me out. I'm also sharing my platform, my website, planetadidactico.com, if you want to check it out to get other games or see the latest educational games I have on the site. They're all editable for any subject, so feel free to visit anytime. My Instagram is at Professor Junior, and my platform, my website is planetadidactico.com. I'm going to click on the screen to move to the next slide. Here we have the game. This is where the game will start, and we have two buttons, Start and Game Rules. First, I'm going to click on Game Rules so we can understand how this game works. All right, let's go. Game Rules, step by step. The goal of the game is to answer as many questions correctly as possible to earn points and have fun with each round. Team formation. Divide the participants into two teams with the same number of players. So the teacher will split the class into two teams, Team 1 and Team 2. How to play. The moderator, the teacher, reads a question out loud. A representative from each team takes part in the round without help from their teammates. So in this game, we have 40 questions. For each question, the teacher or the team itself will choose a student to participate in that question. So for question 1, one student from team 1 and one student from team 2 will participate to answer question 1. For question 2, a different student from team 1 and a different student from team 2 will participate to answer question 2. So for each question, there'll be one student from each team, different students each time, so that all students get a chance to participate in this game. And these students, they can't get help from their team. Whoever presses the buzzer first or makes the signal agreed upon by the teacher, since the buzzer's optional, earns the right to answer. So this game is inspired by a famous SPT game show called Torta na Cara. We know that the game has a buzzer, right? Whoever presses the buzzer first gets to answer the question. But the teacher probably won't have this buzzer. So the teacher will have to agree on a signal with the students. So that signal is up to the teacher's discretion. The teacher can put a table or a desk between the students, and whoever hits the table or desk first gets to answer. Whoever does it first answers the question. Or the signal can be a word. Whoever says, "I know" first gets to answer the question. So the teacher will have to agree on a signal with the students, and whoever makes that signal first will answer the question. So the teacher will read the question, and the students in that round will make the signal to answer it. Whoever makes the signal first gets to answer. If they get it right, their team scores a point. If they get it wrong, no point is scored. And the teacher can decide if the player gets a pie in the face, has to do a dare, or if nothing happens at all. So it's up to the teacher, okay? Some teachers have used whipped cream pies for this game, but that's not a rule, all right? It's up to the teacher whether they use a whipped cream pie in the face or have the person who gets it wrong do a dare. Or nothing happens. The person who got it wrong doesn't get a point, and the one who got it right earns a point. Then new representatives from each team compete in the next question. So after the question is finished, the students return to their teams, and the team itself will choose another student. Team 1 will pick a student to answer question 2, and Team 2 will pick a student to answer question 2. In the end, the team with the most points wins. Now that we already understand how the game works, I'm going to click back and then click start. So here we have the teams, Team 1 and Team 2. We have the question button, and when I click it, the question will appear. So first, each team will choose a student. Once each team has chosen a student, the teacher will click on question. When they click on question, the question will appear. Ready? Look, I clicked on question and the question screen popped up here. After the question screen appears, the teacher will read the question to the student. Here we have question 1. When you edit or add this question, your question will show up here. Right now it's showing question 1 because I haven't added any questions yet. But when you add a question related to your subject or your content, it'll show up here. So here we have question 1. The teacher will read question 1, and whoever signals to answer first will get to answer question 1. If the student answers correctly, their team earns a point. Then, after the student answers, the teacher can click here on the screen, on this blank area, to reveal the answer. When the teacher clicks on this white area on this screen, the answer will appear. So let's do it. I'm going to click, and the answer will show up. I clicked, look, answer 1. So when I click, the answer will appear here. Answer 1 is showing up because I haven't added my answer yet. But when you add your answer, the answer you added will show up here. After that, just click on next so we can go to question 2. Here we have the scoreboard. To increase the score, just click here on this blue rectangle. When I click on this blue rectangle, the score will go up. Look at that. I can click as many times as I want, and the score will keep increasing. I can also click here as many times as I want, and the score will go up. So you keep adding points according to which team gets the question right. So to move on to question 2, the team will have to pick another student. Team 1 will have to pick a different student, and Team 2 will have to pick another different student who hasn't participated yet. Remember, only the students who are chosen can answer the question. So I'm going to click on question 2. When I click on question 2, the big screen will come down with the question. Ready? I clicked on question 2 and the big screen came down with the question. And here we have question 2. When you add your question will show up here. The teacher will read the question. The student who signals to answer first gets to answer the question. After the student answers, the teacher can click here on this white bar on this white screen for the answer to appear. When I click, the answer will show up. Ready? I clicked and the answer appeared. Answer 2. Your answer will show up according to how you edit it. After that, I'm going to click next. So we can go to question 3. Then you'll repeat the whole process again. Another student from team 1, another student from team 2 to answer question 3. Remember, you'll need to add points for the student who got it right. So that's how you'll play and use this game in the classroom. Now let's learn how to edit this game for your subject, for your content. So here we are on the editing screen. Editing this game is really simple, folks. You just come over here to this bar. You drag it down, and we'll start editing. Here on this slide, we have the question screen and the answer screen. The only thing you need to do is type your question and type your answer. That's it. So here on question 1, you click on question 1, delete it, and add your own question. For example, what is 1? And we can add one more to that right here. What is 1 plus 1? After that, I'm going to add the answer. To add the answer, I'll click on this answer screen. I click, delete, and add my answer. Once that's done, I'll click on the screen, click, hold, and drag. I drag it in front of the question screen. There you go. This slide is already edited. After you edit this slide, you move on to the next slide. You click, and here we have the question screen and the answer screen. You click on the question screen, delete it, and add your question. What is 3 plus 3? After that, you'll type your answer. You click, you delete it, and you add your answer. The answer is 6. Just remember, this is just an example. For the question, you'll put something related to your subject. And for the answer, you'll put an answer to your question, okay? After you've typed the answer, you click on the screen, drag it, and place it here in front. Once that's done, you move on to the next slide, and you'll do it the same way. On this slide, you click, delete, and type your question. You click, delete, and type your answer. You click and drag the answer screen in front of the question screen. Once that's done, you'll do this on all these slides. After you've done this on all these slides, the game will be ready. All right? So after you've done this on all these slides, the game will be ready to play, ready to be used in the classroom. So I'm going to put it in slideshow mode here, and I'll click here in the left corner on From the Beginning. I'm going to go through the slides. I'll click on Start. I'll click on question 1. Look, it's just the question I added. What is 1 plus 1? I'll click on the screen so the answer appears. It's 2. I'll click on Next. I'll click on question 2. Look, it's just the question I added on the second slide. What is 3 plus 3? I'm going to click on the screen, the answer will appear, and then I'll click on Next. So the questions and answers will show up on all these question buttons after you've finished editing everything. So that's the game. I hope you all really enjoy it. Thank you so much for purchasing the game. See you in the next game. Bye.